All right. As you can see, we're here on live once again. And this is only the second stream that I'm doing like this. The first being the one that I posted earlier. Um, and shout outs to the people that actually joined us. I was being preoccupied dealing with glitches at that moment. So shout outs to Streets from Russia who tuned in. I just want to give you a special shout out, for tuning in. And today I'm going to be giving y'all some more breaking news. As you can see, legendary artist by the name of the Kangol Kid has passed away, and I wanted to discuss that today for the topic. And I also wanted to use this opportunity to reiterate why the 1980s was actually the golden era of hip hop, and the 1990s was actually the golden era of rap music. So we're going to get into that a little bit later. But first, I want to just comment on the fact that, this morning when I got up, I went on Twitter. I usually go on Twitter so y'all can follow me there at Kurt Nice, HHL. That stands for Hip Hop Lives. But you could, uh, like I said, follow me there and on Instagram at Kurt Nice, HHL as well. Um, I mostly do a lot of posts about politics, mostly on Twitter, but I do discuss some hip hop. And if y'all join me on there, we can get a little cipher together and start discussing hip hop topics a lot more. All right. But to get into this, I first saw a post that was put up by Rolling Stone magazine on Twitter this morning. And it said Kangol Kid, a member of the Brooklyn hip hop group UTFO, whose 1984 song Roxanne Roxanne sparked a legendary rap rivalry, has died at the age of 55. So I saw that post this morning. I know that he was sick. He was battling stage 4 cancer, and we'll discuss that a little bit as well. Um, but yeah, I saw that this morning, and I was like, here's another brother who's in my age group, just a couple of years older than me, that has also passed away. So for all the new cats, all the people, the young people that might not have known exactly who he was, y'all all have still heard of the Roxanne Roxanne song, and y'all know about that legendary battle between Roxanne and UTF. Well, it was sparked by Roxanne, her song, all right, but then UTFO did like a rebuttal song to her, and then the whole real Roxanne thing came out, and then that whole thing started a little rap rivalry. And y'all could go into that, you know, just by looking through YouTube and checking out all the songs that's related to that topic right there. Um, but I wanted to let y'all know who this brother was. So let's go to his Wikipedia page. Let's go to his Wikipedia page, or the Wikipedia that was mentioning him. Okay, let's see. And this one I do believe is from his page. Now, yes, Kangol Kid on Wikipedia. His name was Sean Schiller Fiqueri. I'm probably not pronouncing that right, but he was born on August 10th, 1966, and he was known by his stage name Kangol Kid, or alternatively, the Kangol Kid. He was an American hip hop producer, songwriter, break dancer, and MC. Kangol is best known as a member of the old school hip hop group UTFO. Kangol Kid was the first hip hop artist to endorse a product, though his official sponsorship with Kangol Headwear, through his official sponsorship with Kangol Headwear. Now, his signature hat has been inducted into the collection of the Smithsonian National Museum of African American History and Culture. And Kangol Kid is considered to be one of the pioneers of hip hop. We're going to discuss that in just a second. Now, Sean was born in Brooklyn, and he was born to Haitian parents, but he shied away from his Haitian heritage growing up, it says. He acquired his nickname the Kangol Kid from neighborhood friends during the early 1980s because of the many Kangol hats he owns and wears. He is officially sponsored by Kangol Headwear, as we just stated, and he was signed to his first record label deal at the age of 17 without a legal representation. They made sure to note that. That must have been one of those bad deals that everybody got back in the day. Now, Kangol Kid was originally a breakdancer along with his dance partner, Dr. Ice, and in 1984, UTFO became one of the most popular rap and breakdance acts in the country on the strength of their breakout single, Roxanne, Roxanne. Now, that's why I kind of want to bring up the fact that, the 1980s was the golden era of hip hop because you had all elements represented during the 1980s. MCing, DJing, b-boying, graffiti art, beatboxing, along with all the secondary and tertiary elements that we discuss in hip hop culture, entrepreneurialism, language, fashion, knowledge, those type of things as well. Those were all expressed during the 1980s. And as proof of that, you see, they were a part of a breakdancing crew. They was a little breakdancing team, and they used to be in like Houdini's videos and stuff like that before they came out as a group, UTFO. All right. And of course, the group was comprised of Kangol Kid, Doc Ice, the educated rapper, and their DJ, Mixmaster Ice, right? So these guys were able to transition from B-boys to MCs because it was a fluid movement through the different elements of the culture back then. And people still have respect for all the elements of the culture. And because I'm actually bringing up Doc Ice, his partner, I'm going to give you a little bit of archive footage that I have from Shades of Hip Hop Archives, Kurt Nice Archives right here that you'll be seeing on this channel. And that's from the Fresh Fest that was done in 2005. And I have actually Doc Ice discussing what he thinks about hip hop culture. And he actually spits his verse from Roxanne, Roxanne. So let's check that out right quick.
Fest. Oh, the OG Fresh Fest, I was there.
Yeah.
Jermaine Dupri was there.
Yes.
Rocksteady Crew was there.
Right.
New York City Breakers was there. Run DMC was there. A lot of people was there.
What do the 2005 Fresh Fest?
Well, the 2005 joint is just going to be a reiteration of what we did back then, just showing you that it's not about rapping, it's about hip hop. It's a culture, not a music. So y'all know. So a little bit of scratching, a little bit. If you take the sauce off your steak, you missing something. So leave all the ingredients in hip hop, y'all. Don't take none of the ingredients out of hip hop. Again, remember, it's a culture, not a music. Rap is one element, one part of it. Don't forget the others, because everybody can't rap, everybody can't scratch, everybody can't dance, but somebody need a job. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we keep it real.
Yo, tell us
hip hop today.
Again, we can't call it hip hop. It's a lot of rap today. We talking about hip hop. What we doing? Where we at right now? This is hip hop. This is hip hop. It's a lot of rapping going on, and you got to give kudos to their skill of rapping because they've mastered that. But we talking about entertainment because people don't want to just see the video; they want to see the show. So again, I love what they do because individually you got to give them respect for their styles and their talent. But let's go to entertainment. That's why Doug's still working back then. Because the entertainment is there. That's why we still working because we entertain. So again, come out, see us. We entertain. It's all the elements of hip hop. Leave none of it out. Y'all. That's all I got to say about it.
You guys saw the BET Awards.
There go that girl they call Roxanne. She's all stuck up. Now why do you say that? Because she wouldn't give a guy like me no rap. Now I'm going to start to the verse that everybody knows, and it starts like this. She'll take to my rap because my rap's the best. The brother known as DOC, we never fess. So when I met her, I wasted no time, but stuck up Roxanne. Pay me no mind. She thought my name was Larry. I told her it was Gary. She said she didn't like it, so she chose to call me Barry. She said she loved to marry my baby she would carry. And if we had a baby, we named the baby Harry. Her mother's name is Mary, which is really quite contrary. Her face is very hairy, and you can say it's scary. She lives in my area. Her father's a fairy. His wife's a secretary. His son's a military. They forced him to enlist. I guess it wasn't voluntary. His daughter's name is Sherry. His son's a Tom and Jerry. Jerry had the flu, but it was only temporary. Now back in January, or was it February? Well, every time I say this rhyme, it makes me kind of wary. It's only customary to give this commentary. Some say it's bad, some say it's legendary. Keep searching all you want and try your local library. You never find a rhyme like this in any dictionary. But do you know, after all that, all I received was the pat on my back. Bust it, that's what you get. It happened to me, ain't that right, Mix Master? ICE.
Hip hop is in the building.
All right, all right. As you see, that was the man, Doc Ice, right there from the legendary group UTFO, representing, you know what I mean, telling you what hip hop is really about. And again, these are the type of things that a lot of people don't really appreciate, the elements of the culture. You know what I mean? The elements of the culture. That's a very important thing, man. So let me continue on the Wikipedia page here and give you a little bit more information about who Kangol Kid was throughout his life. Um, During the mid 1980s, as Roxanne gained popularity and chart position, UTFO was voted Best Rap Group at the 1988 Urban Music Awards. Sort of prestigious, I could attest to that. You know what I mean? Um, let's continue on. Let's see. UTFO was the first rap group to perform at Harlem's Apollo Theater as they opened for Hall and Oates and the Temptations, Eddie Kendrick, and David Ruffin. In 1987, UTFO released their most popular selling album, Lethal, and the title song featured the rock group Anthrax, and later that year became the number one rap album in the United States. In 1985, Sean wrote and composed Private Property on the Lisa Lisa and Cult Jam with Full Force album. Later that year, he managed and produced the rap group Whistle. You can check them out. I'm sure their videos are right here on YouTube as well. Just type in Whistle, and you'll see the song, that their most popular song that came out at that time. Sean worked as a producer, composer, performer, artist, manager, and songwriter. He was the president of music production company, Kangol's Creations Incorporated, and CEO of his public relations firm, Creative Media Group. Now, Sean lectured at high schools and colleges nationwide on the business of hip hop music. In 2012, Sean became the first rapper to be honored by the American Cancer Society. Now, Sean died from colon cancer on December 18th, which was this morning at about 3:20 a.m. at the age of 55. He's survived by his wife, Tajiri Swindle, and four daughters, Felicity, Tatiana, Jasmine, and Amancia. Okay. So he had a very interesting life in hip hop. He's done numerous things that a lot of people would call him a pioneer. He transitioned from being a break dancer into an MC. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let's bring up something else that I also saw on Twitter this morning. That was a post by a brother named Dart Adams. And he said, Kangol Kid could write the song, arrange the vocals, produce the song, play the keys, do background vocals, write rhymes, and if need be, do choreography on top of it all. We lost a trailblazer, pioneer, change agent, and a true legend in music. All right. So that's who Kangol Kid is. All right. And lastly, going to to Hip Hop DX's page, I brought up something, and we'll check it out right here. It says this is from Kylie Estimore, but that it was also from Ill Will. Ill Will posted this on Hip Hop DX. It says UTFO legend Kangol Kid has died just 2 months after cancer diagnosis. 10 months, I'm sorry. UTFO legend Kangol Kid has died just 10 months after cancer diagnosis. Now, the warning signs were there on Friday, December 17th. Several friends of hip hop pioneer Kangol Kid were posting prayers for the UTFO legend on social media, raising a red flag for anyone not in his inner circle. Hours later, the news broke Kangol Kid had indeed passed on, bringing his valiant fight with stage 4 colon cancer to a tragic end. Now, speaking to Hip Hop DX, veteran New York City promoter Van Silk, who's currently undergoing treatment for the same type of cancer, initially thought it might have just been a rumor, but he was ultimately able to confirm Kangol's death. Now, he said, "I'm hearing Kangol passed." He wrote via text Saturday morning, December 18th. "I was on with Mixmaster Ice last night trying to find out." He returned just 20 minutes later with RIP Kangol Kid. He passed at 3:02 a.m. and my prayers go out to my brother who fought a battle of colon cancer at stage 4. Early on, we discussed our fight with this disease because my fight with colon cancer is stage 2. He told me it had spread in October. I encouraged all to get your prostate and colon checked. May my brother Kangol rest in heaven. So, besides being a, a note and a special shout out to his career and to what he brought to the table as a hip hop artist, as a breakdancer, as an MC and a performer, as a producer, as a composer, arranger, putting music together for other artists. Um, we also want to bring up the fact that this is a health warning to all of us out here. I just had another brother I was talking to this morning that was unrelated to this, was telling me that I should get a colon cancer screening. So this might be the thing that pushes me over and actually ends up making me do it. So that's just a lesson to all of us out there that, life is not promised tomorrow. So you got to do what you can today to keep it going. All right. And again, man, this is just some headline breaking news for you. This is what's happening in the world of hip hop. People are being born and people die every day. And we got to recognize those that have contributed to what we call our culture, and give them flowers while they're here. And even after they're passed, give them that shout out and that respect that they deserve. All right. So again, this your man right here, Curtin ICE. I'm going to be pretty much signing off to the next time. So y'all be safe out there, man. Life ain't promised. All right. Peace.